I wish theater kids hated racism as much as they love performing in musical allegories about racism. Hello, my name is Michael Williams.
Leara Johnson.
Alexis.
Zachari Tellez.
Jada Jenkins.
Tarika, Isolated Beauty.
Marcus Johnson.
Petition Stucky.
𝑻𝒉𝒆𝒂𝒕𝒓𝒆.
Oshuna.
Shanice Johnson.
Quin Thomas.
Jordan Rice.
Brendan White.
Jacob Craig.
Elizabeth Lee, and I am a
Black theater kid.
Theater has helped me develop in a plethora of ways, just like it has helped so many others who look just like me.
Theater has helped me become the person I truly wanted to be and see how I can truly impact the world. It's given the annoying little girl with a boisterous personality a place to really grow into the woman who she really wanted to be.
Theater has helped me become the person I am today, become the artistic, confident, and Black young woman that I am.
It's helped the most with my confidence. To be truly successful, you gotta step out of your comfort zone, think of crazy ideas, and just view life from a different perspective.
It has helped me grow with my confidence, public speaking skills, and coming out of my shell.
In this sense of confidence, it has allowed me to be confident in who I was on and off stage.
Truly assisted me in finding my confidence and finding my voice, and not only finding the artist that I am, but finding the young woman that I am as well. It continues to sculpt me into the person that I am today.
And overall, it's just been a very helpful creative outlet where I can express myself while also benefiting other people by entertaining them, informing them, and even being able to touch them in ways that they didn't even know they needed to be touched.
There's also a therapy. I love being on stage. I love being able to become someone new without anybody judging me for anything that I do personally or who I am.
Theater has helped me grow my empathy for others by being able to portray numerous perspectives.
Theater has helped me develop the way that I interact with individuals and forge stronger relationships and friendship with those who I did not believe I would even have a relationship with today. It challenges me to grow every day as a person, mentally, physically, and emotionally.
It helped me come to terms with my emotions, and it has taught me how to express them effectively and healthily.
It also allowed me to be more comfortable and open about being emotionally vulnerable around other people.
Theater has helped me find purpose through displaying vulnerability and living in my momentary truth.
Theater has helped me realize my voice in the medium I have to use it.
Important things right now especially is the sense of community that there is with everyone.
Theater has not only helped me to express myself in a creative and bold way, but to also encourage young actors and creatives to do the same.
Theater has been an amazing way for me to connect socially with other people who look just like me. Through theater, I have discovered many other Black bodies who are so warm, caring, loving, and accepting, but will not take no for an answer when it comes to social injustice.
Sadly, the art form that has contributed so much
To my growth does not always respect me, nor my community.
Right now, the world is in a place where we can
no longer ignore the 400 years
Oppression Black people have faced.
It's important that we raise our voice
And fight for equality.
We have an opportunity to not only
Witness history, but play a
Lead a
role
role
in
in
it.
I have some point. I really wanted this video to be structured and formal because I have a lot of surprises, right? But this, I'm not gonna shoehorn this. I'm just gonna be my most true, authentic self in this video, and that's how people are gonna relate. And yes, I'm gonna try to not micromanage myself and just let everything get out. Theater community is large and it's worldwide, and Black people in theater especially is a very close-knit group because there's a lot of things that we experience. Well, just being Black, first off, right? As you can see what's all going on right now, this is not new, okay? It's just, I don't want to say history is repeating itself because in order for something to repeat, it has to have a beginning and an ending. History is just playing out as it always has. And it's our turn, it's my generation to make people acknowledge it and not feel comfortable with things that shouldn't be comfortable. I shouldn't have to, a whole generation of people are gonna be desensitized. Like, I shouldn't have to see a new hashtag every single day. That's not right. And we shouldn't have been able to get comfortable to it. You know, we're getting comfortable to the horrors that our ancestors have faced. I was on Twitter and somebody had put on Twitter, I wish theater kids hated racism as much as they love, I said earlier, right? And then I responded with, being a Black theater kid is hard as hell, because it is, okay? And of course, now when I say theater kid, that's just a category, it's a box. You know, you have the jocks, you have the emo kids, you have the kids who did SAT prep on Saturdays. All of these categories that we found ourselves in high school. On social media, you also tend to relate to someone who's also had a similar experience to you. So here are some of the tweets, some of the things people have responded to me about situation. One girl said, I aged out after my first year at college, but sometimes I look back and wonder how I missed the microaggressions. For the ones who still do theater, typecasting is a myth, right? And somebody else responded with, especially when all the white playwrights only wrote characters based on their friends and therefore only casted white people. My department tried to pull off getting the rights for Hairspray for the upcoming season, despite us not having a large population of Black students. The majority of the students calling them out that it is a stupid idea, and ignoring that the last time they tried to do a show with majority POC casting requirements, the director tried to put them in brownface. It was some effing nonsense, what the girl put. Someone else put, especially in a Once on This Island production. I've seen 2 mostly white productions of Hairspray, and an all-white West Side Story, Aida, and an almost all-white The Wiz. The Wiz! I must have seen a show where I saw a white girl wear an Afro wig, but I must have blocked it out. We did Once on This Island my sophomore year, and there weren't enough Black kids to fill the Islander roles, so they literally put the white kids in brownface. Child, the dark years of my life. And I said I always prayed for the one Black kid in the ensemble, which the girl responded with, that was me, in all caps. Literally me. I was the only fully Black girl in the ensemble, and it was tiring. I said, I know you probably experienced some terrible things, and I apologize for that. Your story is valuable, sis. And when we say as hell, we mean as hell. And I said, I might just have to do a video on this. And then so he also responded with, yo, please do, because people really don't understand what we go through. People really don't understand what we go through. As an artist, I feel as if you have to have a certain type of heart to be an artist. Everyone is created differently. Everybody has a purpose on this earth. And artists, it's their job to obviously create art in whichever way that they see fit. So that's why a lot of people, like theater people, no matter what race you are, we all connect with one another because we know what it's like to perform. Whether performers, I'm just gonna say performers, we have a way of communicating with one another. But when you put being Black on top, it's hard. You put being Black on top of that, it's so much. It's so much because we have a history. We're not allowed to express ourselves the way other people are, and that's terrible. You know, if I'm rightfully upset, I'm automatically labeled as the angry Black woman. You know, when I have a lot of things, as Solange said, to be angry about. There's a saying around your grandparents praying for you, and how that covers you for years, and just thinking about how, you know, like the trauma that not just even in your family, like as a Black person, but generations, you know, we have the stigma of not being able to express ourselves, or for example, calling Black women strong. Strong is, I've used the word strong as a Black woman as somebody putting duct tape over my mouth and not allowing me to speak and really seek through all of the emotions that I have. Because when you're giving the term of being strong, saying, oh, okay, you can deal with it. Oh, it's not going to hurt you. Oh, you know, you're built differently. When really, I'm just a human being and I have the right to express the way that I feel. And so many Black people have been denied that right because of the ways we live in. Not just in America, not just in Georgia, but in the world that we live in. This is worldwide. I enlisted the help of many of my Black theater friends, my Black creatives, who have helped me in this journey about theater, because theater is not just about, theater is a community. Okay, that's what it is. You have the performer, but you have the community, and you know, you learn from each other. My senior year, I left my performing arts high school, and it was devastating, and that's a whole nother video on its own. But I knew that I couldn't live, I couldn't be me, couldn't be Michael without theater, without an outlet to perform and to really become myself, because that's how my self-love journey started. I would literally go to my friends' shows and watch other performers because I knew that I could learn from them and I could support them, and that they could see somebody in the audience who is giving them energy, who is supporting them, who knows how hard it is. When some of these shows are first created, they're written by white people, right? Since it's written by white people, and they cast the you know, the people who look like them in the first show. And the first viewing of the show, for example, when give me a show, Oklahoma or Phantom, right? When Oklahoma was first put on, I'm more than sure there was not any black people, but just because when the show was first created, there wasn't a space, or what I'm saying is the show does not have to stay the way it is. Things don't have to stay the same. As you can see with the atmosphere right now, people are fighting for change because we refuse to live in the same America that my ancestors have lived in, that my parents have lived in, and I don't want my nephew to live in an America, live in a world where this is going on. So I'm fighting for change because I don't want things, you know, a battle bell's about to come out. I don't want things that have to stay the same. I refuse. Things can't stay the same. So with these shows, and so if someone puts on a production of Phantom of the Opera Oklahoma, they might think, oh, okay, it has to be an all-white show because it's always been an all-white show. No, it doesn't have to be like that, because I didn't get to see it, but I know a high school that was very close to mine that did a colorblind version of the opera. And it was beautiful because it was cast solely based on talent. And I like seeing shows where the cast represents the people I know. Not just like, oh, okay, my friends in the show. The people that I see in Target, the people that I see in my high school, represents the America that I'm living in, represents the world that I'm living in today. The world is not all white, so why is your show all white? This might be a stretch, this might be a reach, but I don't care. Look, with the whole bus boycott thing, right? And Rosa Parks sitting at the front of the bus, right? In that period of time, it was normal for black people. It was expected for black people to sit at the back of the bus, right? So you couldn't even walk through the front, they had to go through the back. So the civil rights movement and Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, everybody, all the people who orchestrated all the things that inevitably got me to be where I am today, Rosa Parks purposely sat in the front of the bus, right? It wasn't expected of her to do that, and it wasn't, you know, regular, it wasn't normal. Right? She disrupted what people considered to be normal. She changed the norm. I want these directors, these casting directors, to change the norm. Just because it's normal doesn't mean it's right. With all these killings and all this stuff happening to black people, just because it is normal does not mean it's right. Because you've seen some of these popular shows with all white casts, doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Because America does not look like that. To 3 different high schools in 4 years. I started theater my freshman year. School, we did, I was in choir. Spring semester, we would do like a big show. And I think 7th grade, we did Disney, which means we performed Disney songs. We got to dress up and learn choreography. And 8th grade choir, we did 80s. I tried to do some big casting calls when I was younger. I got scammed. Minor setback for major comeback. So 9th grade, I auditioned to go to Performing Arts High School near me, and I went, and it was a beautiful experience. School was very diverse, but it was predominantly black. It was a POC black haven. Our theater department, I think it was like, what, 40 of us? There was only one white girl in the theater department, right? And so obviously, whenever we did we couldn't just limit ourselves to just doing black shows. Because one, there's not that many, and then they're not widely known, right? You have some shows like The Wiz and Dreamgirls, right? So we just did shows. My first performance was in Susical at another diverse school, but it was more equally diverse versus just mainly black and sprinkles of everybody else. My theater teachers was black, and they made us know that, yes, you are a performer. Yes, you are an artist, but you are also black. Here's how that affects you as an artist. Here are artists that you need to know. Here are how people are going to perceive you. And instead of just saying, oh, okay, we're going to just be black and do all the black stuff. No, they said we are artists and we're going to just perform and tell stories. because a story is what reaches people, no matter what your ethnicity is, no matter what difference thing, no matter what makes me and you different, a story is what's going to penetrate your heart. My teacher, she made sure that we networked with other Black people. We took school trips to New York and LA, and we met, we met actors who looked like us. We met people in the industry who looked like us, and they talked to us on a level that not that we can understand, but that we can relate. You're a Black actor, I'm a Black actor. Here's how, hear how it is for us, because things are different for Black people. We study August Wilson, which is a huge playwright and has broke down many doors, not just for Black people in the arts, but just in theater, period. Here's a thing called the August Wilson monologue competition, where you get a monologue from him, you get a monologue from his collection, and you perform it, and top 3 from every state go and they compete, right? And so this competition was in February. But my teacher, she made us start practicing in November. Not just because she wanted us to win. No. You are a bunch of Black theatrical artists, right? And it's important that you know your culture, and that you know your history, that you know the people who have fought for you, to make sure that this school even exists. It wasn't just like, oh, okay, rehearse monologue. No, you had to write a paper. We started 2 months earlier for a reason, because it was a grade. She wanted to make sure that we knew who this person was and how they affected us. And with August Wilson comes King Leon's True Colors Theater Company. Make sure that August Wilson's voice and his legacy is present. That company has done a lot for not just me, but for a lot of the Black people that I know that are in theater. Give us a place to really work on our monologues and work on our art, and just, have fun and just be artists, but aware of our history as well. I reconnected with one of the teachers a couple years later. I was just telling her how I know so many people in my hometown, or just in general, who could have benefited from having an outlet to let them express themselves and just allow themselves to be human. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be joyous. It's okay to be all of that stuff. I grew up in a very diverse county and everything, so I'm cool with people. I'm cool with people from all different backgrounds. But, going to a predominantly Black school, and also engaging with other people of different, other people of color, it was a blessing. And I just loved being surrounded by people who were like me. Not just, oh, we're Black, but no, like, they looked at movies the way I did. They looked at entertainment the way that I did. They cared about acting. School I attended freshman year, I left because I was getting bullied. I wasn't being taken serious. They were just like, oh, you're going to performing arts high school? Oh, that's weird. Oh, you can't even act. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, da-da-da-da. And I was just like, I have to lead to better myself. So that's what I did. And so it really helped my confidence, and it reinstated that, hey, this is what you like. And it's perfectly fine. And do what makes you happy. And so going to this theater convention every February, to be surrounded by people of all different shades, sizes, sexual orientations, religions, and they just know that we all love theater, that we all appreciate this art form that has contributed to so much of who we are as people. It was beautiful. But then again, within that, it's also, hey, what if there's a Black kid who goes to a predominantly white school and is only one of the only Black kids in the theater department, and he gets to see all these Black people who are in the same field as him? That's a beautiful thing. So you have colorblind shows, and you have shows where race is integral to the plot. Shows with racial undertones, right? It's just some of the ones I know, right? And now some of these shows nowadays, since people just like, oh, we don't, if we put the Black kids on one half of the stage and the white kids on half of the stage, we're gonna have a problem, right? So they try to mix in socioeconomic status, which can work, but most of the time it does not. So some shows talking about race or people who are different from one another, right? Hairspray, Memphis, Aida, Once on This Island, Ragtime, Book of Mormon, Wicked, West Side Story, and it's probably a lot. I didn't listen to any plays because I haven't been in any plays yet. I'm more than sure there are a lot, because Art American theater, it's a lot of stuff wrong with it. She may be constantly like, oh, Wicked, da 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 da. People would, so Wicked's always like, oh, okay, we don't like Linda because she's green and she's mean. We don't like this black girl because she's black and she's angry all the time, right? That's not the sense of the story, but it's obviously someone else's story in real life, right? I don't know if it was true or not, but it was a picture of Wicked, which is like, if we can defy gravity, we can defy racism. I'm just like, wait a minute. It's some people who would love and swear by Wicked, have defying gravity memorized, but you're not standing for Black Lives Matter. But yeah, you understand 𝑻𝒉𝒄𝒄's story though. You could easily take all the magic and all of that stuff out of it and just put it in real life, and that's someone's true story. Two teams, right? Team white and team black, right? Hairspray, Memphis, Once on This Island, Ragtime, being colorblind. I don't mean 6 black kids or 6 people of color out of the 20, 30 people in the cast who happen to be. I don't mean that. You have to have equally. You can't do, look, you can't do Hairspray, Memphis, Aida, Once on This Island, Ragtime, The Wiz, Dreamgirls. You can't do those shows if you don't have a substantial amount of black people. You can't. Because if you do, it's not going to be right, and people are going to get rightfully upset. Because the only other way you're able to successfully put on that show, if you don't have any black people, is to take up all of the black makeup, which is why I don't have any, and put it on your white actors. Yeah, it's just downright offensive, because theater already has a history with minstrel shows. So if somebody does a predominantly white Hairspray, I know it may not be your intention, but I see it, okay? I see it. It's not diverse, done the right way. I'm not watching it because it shouldn't be done in the first place. Only do the shows you have a cast for, okay? That summer, I had went to a driving class. And she was like, oh, you're transferring to this school? Oh, well, I go to that school too, and I'm in the theater department. And she was a white girl. She was like, oh, we don't have that many black people, and if you come, we could probably do Hairspray. The girl, I don't think, that's another thing that with this Black Lives Matter movement, I'm not going to excuse people anymore, okay? I'm not going to give people the benefit of the doubt. If I do, it's going to be the paper thing. Like, I can't continue to excuse and roll over and ignore things. Like what she said, it kind of made me uncomfortable. And at the school, there was only 4 black people in the theater department, including me now, and all of us were seniors. So once we left, there's no one else. And the sad thing was that I knew so many creative young kids at that school. I know so many people there who are artists and who I could just see it in people, and they're not in the theater department because they don't feel respected and they don't feel as if they're going to be seen. I completely understand. And so what I tell them is that if you want to be creative, you want to do something. If you're not going to participate in that club, do your own thing. Don't let anybody take opportunity away from you, because you can create an opportunity yourself. You don't have to wait on somebody to give you an opportunity. The only person who's in your way is yourself. The first thing that really introduced me to theater was Hairspray. And I've always wanted to do Hairspray. It's just that with some of the shows that are made for black people or have a substantial amount of black people in them, I don't want to, it's not putting anybody down, but like, you have to be the cream of the crop to get it. Like when I was in high school, my voice was not, it's growing, but I don't have a Quin Latifah voice. Okay, when it comes down to being black in theater, some people say, some people automatically think, oh, you have to sound like this person. You have to do the church wail, right? When there's nothing wrong with church wail, I'm trying to unlock the levels to get it. But I don't have that, right? So if I was to audition Motormouth Maybelle or the little girl, I would try my best. But as of right now, I have some ways to go. In black, you have to, in anything, work twice as hard to get a little of what they have, okay? And any big black person, and famous, whatever, they're gonna let you know that. I mean, Leanne said it, Normani said it, Beyonce said it. The choreographer from Destiny Child and a lot of the big groups in the 90s, he said it. Mel B said it, okay? I'm more than sure Barack Obama has experienced it as well. In order to work harder, which I understand, there's nothing wrong with hard work, but not because, oh, okay, I started school late. No, because I'm black, okay? I don't know how my mom did it, but one day she told me about how whenever she went to summer camp, they would make them watch The Wiz. And of course, like, my name's Michael, and there's a lot of Michaels in my family. So I was a very big Michael Jackson fan, okay? And so seeing, like, Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, because I've never seen the original Wizard of Oz. I never had an interest. I saw the one with Ashanti and the Muppets. I saw that one. Seeing these two, that changed my life. And we went on a hunt everywhere to find this DVD, and I appreciate it because I didn't really love my skin tone until I was like 15. I didn't really appreciate all that I am as a Black woman until I was the freshman in high school. But it's small things like The Wiz and this bootleg DVD of Dream Girls that I've had that helped me grow and learn how to accept myself. And you know, just Dream Girls, ask any Black person who's an artist. Just ask any Black person. Like, we have Dream Girls memorized. We do, okay? I love Beyonce. She's a big inspiration to me. But it's like, this movie changed my life. I'm not sure it changed so many artists' lives, but especially Black artists. One thing I will say about I've never been in The Wiz, right? I've seen a couple productions. As if you want to introduce any Black person to theater, and you got Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, why not? You know, but we need more. We need more, okay? And this is not just for theater. This is just all around. I'm tired of just seeing movies about our past. And what I mean by that is, I'm not going to say, oh, I don't want to see any more slave movies, because that is history that needs to be, you know, we can't forget that. It's detrimental to our growth. We got to learn from the past in order to move forward. But then again, that shouldn't be the only one out. That shouldn't be the only type of Black films that are nominated. It should be, hey, you're a great dancer. Hey, you're a good singer. Hey, you know, you body that monologue, or your degree and your qualifications meet our things. Not, oh, we need to highlight, we need to color in some Black in order for this company to give us this loan. Like, no, I don't want to be chosen because I'm Black. I want to be chosen because of because of what I can bring to the table. Yeah, this was a little bit everywhere. We might cut it out. I'm thankful that able to tell my story, because the one thing is, I've always been a very vocal person about things that I like, the things that I dislike, the rights and wrongs and everything. But as an actor, as someone who now has a platform, I've seen how people who look like me have been blacklisted and blackballed because they spoke up or they spoke out. And I didn't want that to happen, because I'm already, like, you know, we're trying to find opportunities. And I didn't want, oh, well, you posted that video. And when there's nothing wrong, there should be nothing wrong with me fighting for my people. And it's not like I'm saying some radical stuff. I'm just saying that I want to be able to live and not have my life taken by an unjust system. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I want to be seen as equal as you. I'm comfortable using my voice, and like when I'm at the lunch table with my friends, or at, you know, talking to somebody randomly at Starbucks. But posting on social media, I was a little weary because I didn't want to get, you know, any type of backlash. But I shouldn't be like that, because I'm trying to be, if I want to, my platform to teach people how to be their unapologetic self and just be themselves without any filter, and know that that's okay, and love themselves, I shouldn't be afraid to speak up for what matters. I'm glad that the people in this video, the people who supported me in theater, that we have a community, that we understand one another and we lift each other up. I'm using my voice, I'm using my platform, I'm fighting for change by doing this. Here you learn from the people around you, and you learn together.
A few years ago, I participated in the Fine Arts Festival, and between performances, my friends and I that were participating with me, we were just having a conversation about being Black in theater in general. And one of my friends, he was talking about the play Amadeus that we were performing next year, which is about European people, and everybody at our school, we were all Black playing all of the European characters, and he said he was just so grateful because he knew that he wouldn't get that opportunity elsewhere when he gets out into the real world. So it is important as young Black theater kids that we understand that when you get out into the real world, you may be typecasted and you probably will be, you know, set as that specific type of role, but you have to persevere if you want to see change.
Being a Black theater kid means that people see your color rather than your talent. I have had numerous teachers and instructors, including my high school theater teacher, tell me that the thing I had going for me in an audition was the fact that I was Black, not the fact that I could sing and dance and act, not my talent, but they would use me and cast me to fulfill a diversity quota, not because I was the right person for the part.
Now, I'd have to say the worst experience I've had in my high school theater career was actually last year. We were doing a show called Lafayette No. 1, which was based in the 1800s, and I was playing an orphan. Disclaimer, I'm the only Black person in my theater troupe. Do with that information what you will. So we were going to plant a tree for thespian points and then have rehearsal right after. So me being me, I was like, I'm not going to get my clothes dirty to plant a tree. So I'm going to wear my costume to the tree planting so that I don't have to worry about any extra clothes, and if it gets dirty, that's cool because I'm an orphan. And so at the tree planting, I'm approached by two of my classmates and they tell me that I look like a slave. And it wasn't even like a one-time comment, which wouldn't have been funny anyways, but they kind of just like kept cracking jokes for like a good 5 minutes before I kind of just like burst into tears, which I had never cried in front of anyone there. And really, it was just a bad moment. That was the first time that I had actually thought about quitting theater. And I feel like the reason that it made me so upset was just because I go there so that I don't have to deal with that. I go to a predominantly white school. I hear stuff like that all the time. It doesn't faze me. But hearing it from the people that I'm supposed to be catching a break from just blew me. So,
and something that kind of breaks my heart when I think about the theater community is that at such a young age, or it's such a pivotal time in our young artists' lives, we are taught that shows written by us, directed by us, designed by us are not eligible to win a trophy, or not, that our voices don't deserve to be heard. You know, I've been a part of a predominantly African-American theater department for the last 4 years, and we've only done one Black show. And that one Black show was directed by a white director who did not understand anything about the Black struggle. He did not at all. And you can see that on stage, that it wasn't as genuine, that it wasn't as heartfelt. You know, with something as big as that, it's supposed to be big. And I just feel like when it comes to these awards that we do, it's great to share your art with other people your age, of different races, different identities, things of that nature. But being versatile does not mean silencing Black art, Black voices, Black stories. When a Black playwright writes something about their experience as a Black person, that deserves to be put on, just like that racist play that is being put on and winning hundreds and thousands of awards. Because you not giving that Black kid an award is you telling that Black kid that their story does not matter, that their life does not matter. And that's what gets me a little riled up about the theater community. And even in high school, you know, when you have these Black directors who say, you know what, no, we're not going to do any Black shows because Black shows don't win. You're literally putting yourself in that position and your students in a position to compromise to the white patriarchy. And that's what I don't like about the theater community.
Those who are watching who relate, and to those who are watching who are educated, you know, thank you. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Educate yourself, support Black voices. I want this posted by Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Yeah.